Bigger profit margins, smaller shipments, higher potency. If some customers die, there's always more customers. It's
It's fucked up, bro.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Amaje back here, another video. Today we're about to be getting into a video by Mr. Death, and it's on what it feels like getting killed by fentanyl. Jesus Christ. This shit popped up in my YouTube algorithm. I do not know why. Don't ask me. But I, I just want to see what this is about. So better yet, I'll react with you guys.
this. You're at a party. You don't really party. You're more of a 2 beers and I'm good person. But your friends dragged you out, and now you're on a couch watching everyone have a better time than you. Then your buddy sits down next to you, pulls out a pill, says it's Xanax, says it'll help you relax, stop overthinking, actually enjoy yourself for once. You say no, obviously. You don't do drugs. You've seen the DARE presentations. You know better. But then he hits you with it. Bro, everyone here's done
Man,
it. You trying to be
I'm not gonna lie, those their things just did not work because the generation coming up right now, Gen Z, they still do the most craziest drugs. Nigga, they still smoking whippets and shit. Like, I don't know how y'all still do that. That shit, that's crazy.
better than us? You scared? Come on, don't be a pussy. And now it's not about the pill anymore. It's about proving you're not the lame one. So you take it. Oh, hey there. What's 50 times stronger than heroin and somehow easier to get than a prescription for antibiotics?
Fentanyl?
If you guessed B, fentanyl, you're correct. If you guessed D, also correct, but we're focusing on fentanyl
Oh,
today.
okay.
Here's the fun part. That pill you just took wasn't Xanax. It was pressed fentanyl. Or it was Xanax laced with fentanyl. And the lethal dose is about 2 milligrams. That's the weight of a few grains of salt. You literally cannot see it. Your friend didn't know it was
What?
laced. Not because he's secretly Zach Galifianakis trying to roofie the group for a wild weekend in Vegas. Just because the guy who pressed these pills in his basement doesn't have FDA quality control. And now you've got about 15 to 30 minutes before you
See, that's the real problem nowadays. Niggas trust dealers more than they trust like official shit. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like, buying drugs is good, but I'm saying like if you go do all of that shit, at least get your shit on some, some from a verified drug dealer. And cause like me with like weed and shit, bro, I don't trust no dealer, bro. I just go to the shops. I'm not doing all of that shit, bro. Like people could just like argue with me about like, how they dealer is good, but like shit, nigga, I don't trust them.
your body completely shuts down. Let's find out what it feels like when peer pressure kills you. So what exactly is fentanyl? And why is something this deadly being pressed into fake Xanax bars by guys named Kyle? Fentanyl's a synthetic opioid, created in 1960 by a Belgian chemist who was probably trying to cure cancer or something noble. Instead, he invented the most efficient way to accidentally kill recreational drug users. Hospitals use it because
Yo.
it's incredibly good at blocking pain. It binds to opioid receptors in your brain and nervous system and basically tells your body, hey, stop feeling things.
Hey bro, you need to stop feeling things.
What? No, why would I?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would rather just get injected with morphine and that's pretty much it. Well, morphine's dangerous too, but I've been injected with morphine before when I popped my knee out of place. Yeah, I'd rather deal with that than fentanyl. Fuck that shit.
It's about 50 times stronger than heroin,
Ooh.
100 times stronger than morphine. The medical dose for pain management is 25 to 100 micrograms. That's 0.025 to zero point 0.1 milligrams. The dose that kills you? 2 milligrams, which means there's basically no margin for error. It's like if Tylenol's safe dose was 1 pill and 2
That's
pills
fucking
made your liver
scary.
explode. And here's why street fentanyl is Russian roulette. When someone's pressing thousands of pills in bulk, the fentanyl doesn't distribute evenly. One pill might have 0.5 milligrams. The next one might have 5 milligrams. Your friend took one last week and was fine? Cool. Congrats to him. You just got the Mega Millions jackpot of bad luck.
Oh, man.
And I'm sorry I keep pausing, but maybe he'll answer my question in this video. Why the fuck do people put fentanyl in those drugs? Does it spice it up? Does it give you a good high or something? Nigga, that's exactly what makes me scared of dealers. Like I don't know the reason why they fucking do it, but maybe he'll tell us right now because I'm yapping.
I'm all in motion.
So, what does fentanyl do to you? Simple. It floods your opioid receptors, the parts of your brain responsible for pain, pleasure, and breathing, and overwhelms them completely. In a hospital, they give you just enough to block pain while keeping you alive. At this party, you just took enough to block consciousness and respiration, and eventually, your pulse. Buckle up. This gets weird fast.
This next part gets weird.
All right, here's the timeline. Fentanyl moves fast. From the moment that pill hits your stomach to complete system shutdown, about 10 to 30 minutes, depending on dose and body weight. Let's go minute by minute. First 5 minutes. You feel amazing,
Yeah, I can take it. No, I can take it.
You are amazing.
better than you felt in years, maybe ever. Fentanyl slams into your mu opioid receptors like a freight train made of serotonin and bad decisions. These receptors control pain, but they also control reward and euphoria. Every problem you've been carrying, work, stress, relationship, anxiety, existential dread, it all just evaporates. You feel warm, safe, like you're wrapped in the universe's softest blanket. Your friends are talking to you. You're nodding and smiling. Everything they say is the funniest thing you've ever heard. You're finally relaxed, finally part of the group. Meanwhile, your respiratory rate just dropped from 16 breaths per minute to 10, then 8, then 6. See, fentanyl doesn't just make you feel good. It tells your brainstem, the part that controls automatic functions like breathing, to chill the fuck out. And your brainstem, being a team player, complies.
Okay. So it basically gives you a chill and gets you high, but kills you at the same time.
You don't notice. Why would you? You feel incredible. 5 to 10 minutes in, the euphoria is shifting into something heavier. You're not high anymore. You're sedated. Someone asks if you're okay. You try to answer, but the words come out slow, thick, like your tongue forgot how to work.
Invisible.
Your vision's blurring, not in a I need glasses way, in a my brain's not processing visual information correctly way. Sounds are muffled, distant, like you're underwater. You're not scared though. Can't be. Your brain's too oxygen deprived to generate complex emotions like fear. You're just really, really tired.
It's
Your
fucking
oxygen
scary.
saturation, amount of oxygen in your blood, has dropped from a healthy 98% to 85%, then to 80%. Your lips are turning blue, your fingernails are gray. Your friends are starting to get concerned, but they're drunk and high, and nobody wants to be the one who ruins the vibe by calling 911 over a guy who's just really stoned. Classic party dilemma: is he dying or is he just British? Fun fact: this is the window where Narcan could 100% save you. One spray up the nose, and you'd wake up confused, pissed off, and alive. Problem is, nobody at this party has Narcan. Why would they? They're not real drug users. They're just college kids having fun. Guess what happens next? 10 to 15 minutes. You're out, fully unconscious. And this is where things get bad. Your breathing's almost completely stopped. Maybe one breath every 30 seconds, maybe one per minute. Your brain is suffocating. Here's the thing about your brain. It's 2% of your body weight, but uses 20% of your oxygen. It's a resource hog. And right now, it's getting nothing. The parts of your brain responsible for consciousness, memory, decision-making, gone, offline. What's left is just your brainstem trying desperately to keep your heart beating. Your friends are freaking out. Someone's slapping your face. Someone else is yelling your name. You don't respond. Can't respond. You're not there. Finally, someone calls 911. By the way, quick PSA from your dead host. If someone's unresponsive at a party, call 911 immediately. I know you're
That's what a lot of people don't do. They don't call 911 immediately and just literally let them sit there and be like, "Oh, they're just drunk." Bro, like, this is why I don't be like going to all those little exotic hyper ass parties because they be having a bundle of drugs, the white stuff, the snow, they be having all that shit and be saying like, "Oh, don't be a pussy." Peer pressure kicks in with everybody. And no, I'm not doing it.
Worried about cops showing up. I know you don't want to get in trouble. But you know what's worse than getting in trouble? Your friend
Death.
dying on your couch while you Googled, is he just really high or dead? Anyway, back to you dying. 15 to 25 minutes, you've stopped breathing entirely, respiratory arrest. Your oxygen saturation's in free fall. 60%, 50%, 40%. Your organs are screaming for oxygen, your brain especially. Your heart's trying to compensate. It's beating faster, harder, trying to pump whatever oxygen's left to your brain. But there's nothing to pump. It's like revving an engine with no gas. The system's breaking down. If you're lucky, and I mean really lucky, paramedics arrive now. They immediately hit you with Narcan, start chest compressions, bag you manually force air into your lungs. Narcan's a miracle drug. It's an opioid antagonist, kicks the fentanyl off your receptors, and reverses the overdose in seconds. With Narcan, you wake up angry, confused, and in withdrawal, but alive. Without it, your heart stops, and we move to the final stage. 25 to 30 minutes. Your
Hey, I'm learning a lot of shit in this video. Learning about like at least I mean well death. And I'm learning about like other drugs that prevent other drugs from killing you. I mean I know about Narcan the name, but like I didn't never like, search up the definition of that shit. I don't feel stupid. I feel like I'm learning.
heart stops, cardiac arrest. At this point, even if they revive your heart, your brain's been without oxygen for so long that the person you were is gone. You might technically survive. Your body might keep functioning with medical support, but you, the person who went to that party, who gave in to peer pressure, who just wanted to fit in, you're already gone. The worst part? From the outside, fentanyl overdose looks peaceful. No thrashing, no screaming, you just stop. Which is why your friends didn't realize until it was too
Oh
late.
shit.
All right, but what does this actually feel like? Because we've covered the biology. Let's talk about the experience. At first, incredible. The best you've ever felt. All the stress, anxiety, self-doubt, gone. You feel good. Not had a nice day good. This is what happiness actually is good. Then you start sinking. Not physically, mentally. Like you're being submerged in warm honey, and it feels safe, comfortable. You hear people talking, but you can't focus on the words. They sound far away. You want to respond, but forming thoughts is too hard. Your brain's moving in slow motion. And here's what makes fentanyl different from most other ways to die. There's no panic, no pain, no desperate gasping for air. You just feel tired, like you could sleep forever.
This is what, like a lot of people must have felt like when they just, had that fentanyl overdose and passed away. Oh my God, thinking about this shit and learning about this shit makes me fucking sad, bro. Like people really got to kick their addiction, man.
Some survivors describe it as the most comfortable I've ever been. Others say it felt like floating, detached from their body, watching from somewhere else. And emotionally, nothing. No fear, no regret, no final thoughts about your family or what you're leaving behind. Just nothing. Most ways to die, your brain panics, floods you with adrenaline, fights. But fentanyl, it just turns everything off, gently, quietly, which is why it's so dangerous. It
Scary.
doesn't feel dangerous. It feels like relief. Quick reality check. Fentanyl killed over 75,000 people in the US last year. That's more
Damn.
than car accidents, more than gun violence. It's the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 45. And most of them didn't know they were taking fentanyl. They thought they were taking Xanax, or Percocet, or Adderall they bought from a friend of a friend. Here's why it's everywhere. Fentanyl's cheap to make. It's synthetic. No poppy fields needed. You can cook it in a lab. And because it's so potent, you need way less product to get the same effect. So dealers cut everything with it. Bigger profit margins, smaller shipments, higher potency. If some customers die, there's always more customers. It's
That's fucked up, bro. I mean, I had a feeling that like he was about to say that, but then I was like, them niggas taking money over, just killing people is just it's just crazy. And especially that's why a lot of these dealers be going to jail, like the Mac Miller situation. Like whoever when his dealer sold him something and that nigga went to jail. Now I understand majorly why they need to be in jail now because they knowingly gave fentanyl to people and killed them. And literally, they've been cheaply making this shit. That's why it's just so dangerous just to be buying from people or taking drugs like people you know but don't know at the same time.
Capitalism, baby.
Now that's capitalism.
The free market decided your life is worth less than a higher profit margin.
Illuminati.
So, there you have it. Fentanyl overdose. Fast, painless, and disturbingly easy to stumble into by accident. The peer pressure thing? That's real. I know it sounds like an after-school special, but people actually give into that stuff, especially when you're young and insecure and just want to be liked. So here's my advice. From one dead guy to whoever's watching this. If someone's pressuring you to take something and your gut
Don't
says
do
no, just don't. Yeah, they'll call you lame. Yeah, you might feel left out. But you know,
Oh my gosh, bro. Hey, this was like a knowledgeable and good video about just like knowing like what happens when you take that shit. And calling the hospital could literally help somebody's life when you're there. You just make sure you get to them and don't overthink anything. If you're the sober person or if you're drunk, just do what you need to do to save somebody's life. But I'm gonna be reacting to some more stuff with him because like I like knowing a lot of knowledge. But I'll catch you guys later. This has been Amaje. We on the road to 300.